Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We've got a small haul here of just two DVDs, but when I say two DVDs, that's two DVD cases, but we've got 8 movies in all. This is from a beloved horror franchise, one of the biggest. I would say this is what I normally call, when I say horror, I'm sorry, I should have said horror slasher franchise, where it's about one particular person, supernatural or otherwise, who is doing the damage. And I would put it, at least for me, this is the top one. Second would be Halloween. Third would be Friday the 13th. And then fourth would be Hellraiser series. So I think you already know which is this, not just from the title, but from what I just said. This is the Friday the 13th franchise. So this is the first 8 movies. I know there are 10 in total. And there is the crossover movie, Freddy vs. Jason. But I only got these. Excuse me. So a little bit about my history with Friday the 13th. The first time I ever remember watching anything from this series is the original movie, and I must have been around 7 years old, 6 or 7 at least. And someone in my family had actually taken the VHS tape from a lending library, and I remember some relatives of ours. I think this was in my grandmother's place. For the summer holidays, and cousins of mine, my dad, uncles, and all were watching this movie. And it's I only remember the opening scene. I remember it scared the shit out of me. Of course, since then, nothing that I've watched on Friday the 13th is actually scary. However, a lot of gore, a lot of blood, a lot of killing, and I enjoyed this series quite a bit as far as horror slasher kind of movies go. So since then, I've watched
failure for us to consider today.
Since then I've actually watched some of the movies on cable a few times. I remember watching part 8, that is Jason Takes Manhattan. I think that's the first movie of Friday the 13th that I actually watched from beginning till end. And I do remember watching which one is that? Jason Lives as well, multiple times. I watched Jason X and Freddy vs. Jason multiple times on cable as well. They seem to be showing those movies quite a bit. Anyhow, back in 2011, I finally decided to sit and watch all these movies, and I watched them back to back over the period of, in that particular in the chronological order for about. I finished watching them in the space of a few days, and I did that also recently. I think in November or December, and finally decided I need to get them in my collection. I've been trying to get them on individual DVDs, but it's been very difficult to get them. One, because of the prices. I'm not willing to pay that much for these movies. And also I was not able to find all of them on Amazon. So I tried Amazon India and I tried Amazon UK. I think in Amazon India I could only find 2 of them. And they were at, 3 of them. And one was at a ridiculous price. So I abandoned that, looked for Amazon UK, and couldn't find anything that I wanted that was within my budget. And I think some of the movies were not even available. But yeah, finally turned to eBay, and I found these from a seller, Movie Mouse, I believe they are the seller's name, and they were able to ship it to me. This is for $2,000 2,000 rupees in total. So $1,000 for 4 movies. That's not a bad deal at all. But yeah, I would have preferred to get a box set of all the movies in individual covers, individual DVD cases. It's not going to happen anytime soon. So the camera actually, my phone, the cameras on my phone actually kind of froze a little bit earlier. I was ripping the shrink wrapping off. I actually got them a few weeks ago, but I'm only opening them now. So I've already taken the shrink wrap off. Sorry about that. But anyway, let's look at the first DVD case. This is the first movie, which is just called Friday the 13th, the uncut version. That's this one over here, and this is Friday the 13th Part 2. Probably my least favorite of the movies is this one. Friday the 13th Part 3 3D, Friday the 13th the final chapter. So let's have a look at the. There's nothing special about the disc. It's got that tray kind of thing, and you've got all the individual discs over here. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and if you can look closely. I know probably on camera it's not really appearing so, but let's try it this way. They're actually almost the color of my shirt. My shirt is And again, like I said, it might not actually be showing up on camera, but my shirt is actually a very light faded ash color, gray color, ash gray kind of color, and that's the same, and that's kind of similar to this. Not exactly the same, but very, very similar. I found that funny. Okay, so yeah, that's the first 4 movies, and we go on to the second.
Let me have it.
Sorry, got a YouTube video happening over here, and this is the second disc, second DVD case with Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. I think that's probably one of my favorites. Friday the 13th, The New Blood, and the first movie in the series, which I actually watched from beginning till end on cable sometime in the early 2000s, is Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan. So I was kind of late in the game into this. So like I said, only 2011 is when I watched all the movies back to back. But I do love the series. I love, I like the gore, I like the blood, and I end up always rooting for Jason. I don't know why. Must be the hockey mask, hockey goalie mask. Anyway, so that's so probably my favorite among all of these. I know Jason Takes Manhattan is very lowly rated, but I don't know which one would be my favorite. Not really sure. I actually like Jason X a lot because it's set in space, and a couple of the babes are like really hot in that movie. Not really sure. Probably Jason Lives is my favorite out of these 8 at least. So that's about it. This is the 8 movies from the Friday the franchise. Friday the 13th franchise. It is kind of late. I've already had a vodka and Pepsi, but I don't know. It's kind of affecting my speech pattern over here right now. So 8 movies from the Friday the 13th franchise. Good addition to my collection. My horror collection is actually kind of small, so these 2 will actually go in really well over there. Love the cases. I wish I could have them individually. Just can't afford it right now. So pretty soon I will try to find Jason X at a good price, and Freddy vs. Jason at a good price, as well as the 9th movie, which is I think that's Jason Goes. Yeah, that is Jason Goes to Hell. So I'll get that. Sorry, that is my least favorite movie. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I just remembered what it's about. Alright, so thank you guys for watching this video. I'll catch you again pretty soon. Take care. Have a good night.